was wrong with Adrian Broner post-fight saying he won that fight against Pacquiao? Hell no, he did not. He did not win that fight. Pacquiao was all over him.
We don't have our own house. We don't have land. We don't have even food. We just, we have to work every day to make money to buy food.
When some of the greatest warriors to ever enter a boxing ring all agree on one thing, you know it is something worth paying attention to. And what if that one thing is a name? A force of nature. A hurricane in human form. Manny Pacquiao. You see, when legends speak, the world listens. And when legends cannot stop talking about how terrifyingly good Manny Pacquiao was in his prime, you know you are dealing with something bigger than just a good fighter. You are dealing with a phenomenon. A phenomenon that punched through weight classes like they were made of paper and danced around opponents like a tornado in sneakers.
Kakaintindi. So,
That's Manny P.
That's
Thank
extremely
you. Very moving.
Yes,
We're
yes.
moved.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Okay, thank
Manny.
you.
Let's face it, boxing has seen some greats. But when the gloves are hung up and the punches have stopped flying, what truly remains are the stories, the gasps, the awe, the disbelief. And Manny Pacquiao is at the center of many of those tales. From shocking legends into silence to making world champions look like amateurs, Pacquiao did not just fight, he performed miracles. The kind that left even the cockiest pros wiping sweat from their brows in relief, thankful they never had to face him in his prime. Ricky Hatton was one of the brave few who stepped into the fire. And boy, did he get scorched. Now this is a guy who had already fought Floyd Mayweather Jr. and lived to tell the tale, barely. But when he squared up with Manny Pacquiao, it was like watching a man run headfirst into a buzzsaw. Hatton, who prides himself on toughness, could not hide the truth. Manny's speed was not just fast, it was unfair, a blur of destruction, like fighting someone who did not believe in the laws of physics. And yet, the story does not begin or end with Hatton. It is a tale of broken strategies, battered egos, and champions forced to admit that yes, they too fell under the spell of the Pac-Man. Floyd Mayweather, known for his ego as much as his defense, gave Manny his flowers. Not in press conferences, not when the cameras demanded it, but in those rare moments when the truth leaks through a smirk. Mayweather did not just survive Manny, he escaped him. That is right, escaped.
He got thoroughly beat decision-wise on that fight. I don't know what he was talking about when he said everybody knows he won the fight. Adrian Broner did not win that fight. And by the way, Jim Gray pointed out accurately, he averaged less than 8 punches around. What did I say when I interviewed him last week? Huh, Jim? I said, they say you don't throw punches, man. He said it ain't about how many, it's about the right time.
But let's not skip ahead. Every champion Pacquiao faced brought something different to the ring. And each of them walked away changed, physically, emotionally, spiritually. So buckle up, because this is not just a stroll through boxing history. This is a no-holds-barred confession session from the biggest names in boxing, all testifying under the bright lights about the unrelenting force that was, and still is, Manny Pacquiao.
Congratulations. This is a beautiful gym. I hope that there's a lot of people will inspire to train here. Thank you. Congrats. Mike, congrats. Congratulations.
Thanks, bro.
Yes, beautiful. I'm here to support you.
Thank you. Appreciate it, brother.
Oscar de la Hoya found out the hard way. The golden boy, once untouchable, walked into that fight with Manny with the air of a man who had seen it all. But he had not seen Manny, not like that. De la Hoya entered the ring with pride, history, and championships. He left it questioning everything. Every punch Manny threw was not just fast, it was surgical. De la Hoya could not breathe, could not move. And then, like a tragic Shakespearean hero, he admitted something no fighter should ever have to say. He knew it was over before it started. That fight was not just a loss. It was an exorcism. Pacquiao did not just beat De La Hoya. He purged him from relevance. 5. You know the great thing about Manny? He did not just beat you with fists. He beat you with movement. He beat you with rhythm. He turned every match into a symphony and every opponent into a guest conductor being led off a cliff. Floyd Mayweather, the untouchable maestro of defense, admitted that Manny was probably the best he had ever faced. That is no small compliment from a man who could dodge bullets with shoulder rolls. But even Floyd could not deny that Pacquiao's angles, his footwork, his combinations, it all came together like jazz. Brutal, beautiful jazz.
It kind of shocked me because Pacquiao tends to lead with his head, which is how Marquez got him in that third fight.
Correct.
But he was quicker.
He was quicker. He was predictably more aggressive. He connected more. That 8th and 9th round, he was all over Adrian Broner. All over him.
And then there is Joshua Clottey. Now here is a man who, for reasons unknown, decided to walk into the storm with an umbrella made of ego. He did not just lose, he folded like cheap origami, and years later, Clottey practically admitted what fans suspected: he never stood a chance. He was underpaid, underprepared, and outclassed. He could not even find the will to throw. Manny's punches came in flurries, like machine gun fire from every direction, and Clottey's only goal became survival. But Manny did not just humble champions. He made them rethink their careers. Keith Thurman came in hot, full of bravado, calling himself the new king of the welterweights. But Manny was 40 years old, and he treated Thurman like a sparring dummy. One knockdown, then another. And while Thurman showed heart, he could not do what most of Manny's opponents could not either: solve the puzzle. Pacquiao's speed, his timing, that violent left hand. By the time you figured out how to react, he had already moved 3 steps ahead.
Who has a case for greatest fighter, pound for pound, who ever lived? Think about, by the way, I don't think he wins that argument. Sugar Ray Robinson is safely ensconced in that position. But Henry Armstrong, Muhammad Ali, Harry Greb, Sam Langford, Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker, whoever else you want to mention.
Even broadcasters could not keep neutral. Max Kellerman, a man who has made a career out of talking logic and stats, nearly exploded with admiration trying to describe how utterly ridiculous Manny's rise was. From flyweight all the way up to welterweight, winning lineal championships along the way, that is like a chess player winning world titles with every piece on the board. Nobody had done it before. Nobody has done it since. And odds are, nobody ever will. When Robert Garcia, one of the sharpest minds in boxing, compared Pacquiao's 8-division feat to Mayweather's undefeated record, he did not even flinch. The undefeated record? Impressive, sure. But anyone with a good promoter and a padded resume could get their 8 divisions though. That is a gladiator's resume. That is not picking fights. That is fighting everyone, anyone, anywhere, and still walking out with your arms raised. It is about Manny.
Because I'm sure mentally you prepared as well as physically prepared, Shane, but you know.
They have shuttles. Yeah, they have shuttles, bro. Just in case.
Shane.
No, Shane took everything.
With Pacquiao. I remember one thing. I remember him wrapping his hands. Pacquiao.
Because he wraps his own hands.
He kept asking me.
Antonio Margarito learned the hard way what happens when you underestimate Pacquiao. He thought his size would matter. He thought being the bigger man meant something. But Manny made him look like a lumbering ox. Punch after punch, round after round, Pacquiao painted his face with leather. By the end of the fight, Margarito was not just beaten, he was medically rearranged. Bones shattered, spirit broken, and the idea of size advantage thrown out the window. Mike Tyson, the baddest man on the planet, had no problem calling it like it is. According to him, Pacquiao was not just good, he was sensational. The kind of fighter who made you question reality. Because when you watched him fight, it was like watching someone who hacked the rules of boxing and rewrote the code. Even legendary promoter Bob Arum did not hide his awe. He saw in Manny the same spirit he once saw in Muhammad Ali. Not just in the ring, but outside it. A force that transcended boxing. A personality that lifted nations and punched through politics. A man who, with nothing but fists and a smile, became a hero to millions.
Time, we have to see that fight. So Pacquiao's peak was just about as good as anyone in history. Now, I'd have favored Mayweather back then. He's the naturally larger fighter. And that's the point. When you talk about pound for pound, if a fighter moves up out of his natural weight class and can still compete with the best who ever did it. What does that mean about the quality of that fighter's prime, pound for pound?
Nice to meet you, Ali.
Thank you. How was it?
Amazing.
Good.
Thank you for all the hospitality.
Sorry I wasn't able to come and see you guys with everything that was going on.
It's okay. It's okay. Thank you.
Let's rewind for a second. How often do boxing legends, notorious for guarding their egos like championship belts, collectively lower their shades, tip their hats, and say, "That guy? Yeah, that guy was built different." You would think it was once in a generation, but here is the twist. Manny Pacquiao is that generation. Even trainers, grizzled veterans of the corner who have seen hundreds of fighters come and go like seasonal flu, started acting like wide-eyed teenagers whenever Manny entered the gym. The sound of those mitts thudding under Pacquiao's gloves, that was not just training. That was jazz. That was chaos with rhythm. They would hear it and pause mid-sentence. Conversations about rent or politics would stop dead. Why? Because the Southpaw Symphony was in session.
Brandon Rios made Pacquiao look lightning fast, and then when he fought Tim, Manny looked fast, but not as fast. Now, Tim's not necessarily known as fast. I am. He's gonna have to defend as fast. It's all relative. Speed is relative now.
Did he just say he's faster than me? Oh my gosh. That's hilarious.
Opponents knew they were in trouble when their best punch connected flush, and Pacquiao just smiled. You could clock him with an uppercut from Zeus himself, and Pacquiao would bounce on his toes like he just caught a whiff of adobo simmering nearby. You do not fight that kind of man. You just try to survive him. Let's not forget the commentators. These are professionals trained to maintain composure. But during a Pacquiao fight, even the most buttoned-up announcers started sounding like fans in the bleachers. They would lose track of the round, mispronounce names, shout over each other like kids fighting for the controller, and who could blame them? Watching Manny box was like trying to narrate a wildfire. Everything happened too fast, too dangerously, and too beautifully, and then there is the body movement. Pacquiao did not just throw punches. He launched missiles with his whole body. His angles were so sharp they needed warning signs. He did not come straight at you. He zigzagged, darted, weaved, like a hummingbird on an energy drink spree. If you blinked, he was behind you. Blink again, and he had already tattooed your jaw with a 4-punch combo. Blink one more time, you were staring up at the ring lights, wondering if you just slipped on sweat or got hit by a comet.
Tim's fat. He's not really known as a fast guy. It's like, what am I known for, kid? Like, really? Like, really? Fat? Ah, man. He gonna learn November 22nd, what fast is all about. Manny Pacquiao, lightning fast feet, reflexes, angles. He is, good luck to him though, man. Good luck to him. He's faster than me? Really? Are you serious? Al-Jury's faster than me? Are you serious? Come on, man. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me, man. You're taller, but not faster.
And yet, with all that ferocity, he had the face of a man who would help you fix your flat tire and share a laugh afterward. That was part of the trick. Fighters were prepared to meet a demon in the ring. But instead, they got humbled by a smiling tornado with calves made of industrial steel. Trainers tried to prepare for him. Oh, they tried. "We are going to train for his speed," they said. "We have got a southpaw strategy." But once that bell rang, and Pacquiao started zipping around like a caffeine-infused pinball, all that prep work turned into warm-up exercises for a beatdown. Some fighters even tried trash talk. Bad idea. Trash talk requires time to deliver. And by the time they got through their first insult, Pacquiao had already hit them 4 times, switched stances, and winked at their coach. You do not insult the storm. You board up your windows and pray.